CTV Sports proudly presents South Delta Senior Men's Recreational Ice Hockey Playoffs from the Ladner Recreation Center. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this beautiful downtown Ladner. I'm Steve Erickson. Joining us in our telecast booth this evening, Steve Darling. And yes, as we indicated off the top of the television set, this is sadly dedicated to the memory of Heather Steele, lady heavily involved in the North Delta Minor Hockey Association, as well as South Delta Minor Hockey, and also the Pacific Coast Assigning Center for the minor hockey. So very tragically, Heather passed away Thursday evening, March the 20th, and she will surely be missed. And although she will be gone, she will still be in our hearts and memories. Steve, playoff game tonight should be a very entertaining game. The first one between the Stingers and the Whalers.
Yes, it should be very entertaining. The Ladner Stingers, I don't know what it is about the Ladner Stingers, but everywhere you go, people always talk about how good this team is. They've been here for years and years and years. There's great commitment from the players. It started a long time ago, and it just continues to do that. And I would predict Ladner would be a very tough opponent this evening.
Well, they are. They're really going to be a tough opponent. But, of course, the big thing about the Ladner Stingers is they've got so much depth, and I guess you would call it seasoned veterans. And the Whalers, they've got a younger contingent of players, so it's going to be quite ironic to see how the legs hold up.
Yeah, if the Whalers want to be successful, what they have to do is really come at the Stingers. They've got two defensemen that are 40 years old, which in this kind of hockey is a little troubling when you're 40 years old. Not saying 40 is a bad thing. I'm just saying in this kind of hockey, it's a tough thing. So to see how they react to the situations and to see if they've got the legs to carry them through a whole game, well, that'd be interesting to watch.
Yeah, well, I can relate to that because I'm only 40. But anyway, it's going to be an awful lot of fun. The legs,
how many
as you were
times?
saying, I'm not going to tell you that. The Whalers roster right there. You can see it.
Liberto Balducci wearing number 4. Cash Sylvester with the greatest name in hockey wearing number 5. Trevor Dion and Dave Meek both in at number 7. We'll find out exactly which one's wearing which. Jeff Ray at number 10. Gord Driver, James Joseph, and Paul Michaud. Rob Laurie, Duncan Jessamine, who we had a little talk with, and we'll be playing that sometime a little bit later. That'll be enjoyable. Ryan Jackson, Brad Miles, Kelly Gulka, Steve Egelin, number 29, Stephen Ray, and Clint Fortons. And, of course, Jim Butterworth is the person to watch for the Whalers, number 55. He's pretty well the best player on the Whalers hockey team, and he'll be the guy to watch. And, of course, Corey Seafried.
Yeah, they've got a real strong team, a lot of depth, and the speed is the one thing that always amazes me with the Whaler team is they've got so much speed. But I guess the key word you've got to use for the Whalers is discipline. If they play very disciplined, they can play very good, aggressive hockey.
Yeah, the Whalers have had some problems with taking penalties when they shouldn't take penalties, and if that continues, then the depth and the experience of Ladner Stingers are going to take over that and going to wipe this whole team out. They got to stay out of the penalty box. They got to make sure they keep the puck down low, work the corners, try to work those aging defensemen. If they do that, the Whalers will be a little successful this evening.
It is, and you were talking earlier on about the interview you had a chance to do, so let's go and listen to what they had to say.
We're here with the captain of the Whalers, Duncan Jessamine. And Duncan, why don't you tell us a little bit about how your season's gone?
So far this year, we're a little up and down. We started off the season quite well. Partway through the season, we had a little lapse where we had probably about a 6-game losing streak. And then back towards the end of the season, we came on strong again to make it into the final, finishing in the 4th spot.
And then there's a round-robin portion, and that how you've sort of decided where you are today?
Yes, the round-robin went really well for pretty much all the teams. That came down to the very final night to decide who was in. We ended up winning, and the other 2 teams that were fighting for the 2nd spot lost, of course, and that gave us our spot in the A final.
Now, this is a tough question. What's the biggest weakness of your hockey club?
The biggest weakness for our hockey club isn't to do with anything player-wise or team-wise, just basically on any lapse of defensive checking to give the other team an opportunity in our zone or in the neutral zone. And basically, if we give up that opportunity, we might get scored on, and that's about our only weakness that we give up.
You know about your skill and your playability. Who should we look for as one of the best players out there?
For the Whalers, probably number 55, Jim Butterworth.
All right, we'll look for him. Duncan Jessamine, the captain of the Whalers. You know, that was something that was interesting he brought up there was they've got to make sure they play good defensive hockey. No matter what league you're in, Adam, minor, Pee-wee, NHL, AHL, IHL, any other ones I can think of, any HL, you've got to play good defensive hockey. If you can keep the puck out of your net, it gives your forwards a chance to score. When you do that, you play solid defense with a little sprinkling of offense here and there, and you become a very successful team.
Of course, the other key thing that they've really got to stress is don't screen your goaltender, because it's the old cliche, the goalie can't stop what he can't see. Stay out of his way and let him have it.
Yeah, and also that would be, you know, that's interesting with the Ladner Stingers as well. When you've got two aging defensemen, as we mentioned, they've got to make sure that they try to clear that net, and if they can't clear the net out, they're going to be in trouble.
Oh, I've got all the faith in the world in these aging defensemen, as you say it, Steve. Yeah, they'll clear it. There's the roster for the Stingers.
Yeah, Jack Bates wearing number 4 tonight. Greg Shaw will wear number 7. Jeff Corres, Darryl Phillips, Bill Husband, who someone will have to watch for sure, wears number 10. Dale Farhog won't be playing tonight. He had an injury to his hand, so he's going to be a scratch this evening. Dave Norris, Jan McIntyre, Ian Payton, Marcel Desjardins, Tom Scheuer, Andrew Radistak, Ken Matisse wearing number 22, Pete Wadesky number 35, and Jason Northey wearing number 55.
Yeah, good roster, very depth in their roster too.
Yeah, they continue to have a team that's known as the Ladner Stingers, and everyone wants to play for the Ladner Stingers, and so they don't have any problem finding players, and they always have a good crop to pick at, and they always go for, you know, the top players, or at least the players with some character. Ladner has always been known for character, and we had a chance earlier to talk to their captain of the Ladner Stingers.
A lot of character.
Captain Ian Payton joins us, and Ian, why don't you tell us a little bit about how your season's gone this year?
It's a little up and down for the Stingers. Usually we only lose 4 or 5 games all year, but we got off to a pretty good start, and we had a bit of a slump partway through. I think we lost 5 or 6 in a row. But being the Stingers, we got a lot of experienced players on the team. We bounced back pretty good, and only lost maybe a couple of games from that point on, from middle December right to the end of the season. And finished 2nd overall in the league, missed first place by just 1 point.
Now, how did, everywhere we go, we always hear Ladner Stingers, Ladner Stingers. How did the Stingers become the Ladner Stingers?
Well, the Ladner Stingers was formed years ago when the league first came about by, well, there was some old Ladner fisherman types, the Bennett brothers, and Pat Bagley and Don Stromeyer, guys like that. And I don't know, it just kept going and going, and the Ladner Stingers has always recruited a lot of farmers and fishermen types, and we've sort of kept it that way to this day. And I don't know whoever came up with this, the term Stingers. I think a guy named Denny Rogers, actually, if I recall, was the guy who came up with the original logo and the name.
Now let's talk about the 96 and 97 version of the Stingers. What would you say is your biggest weakness?
Biggest weakness right now, I can't say we've got too many weaknesses. We got some age on defense. Jack Bates and I are both 40 now, and I think we're about ready to pack it in. I've been playing on the Stingers for, I think, 16 or 17 years now, and injuries is probably one of our biggest problems. A fellow named Dale Varhog got into a bad accident at work and cut up his hand really bad, and he's out for several months even from work, much less hockey. Pete Wadesky, the goalie, is hurting right now from a bad knee and hasn't been able to play for 2 weeks, but he's going to give it a start tonight. So I don't think we got too many weaknesses. The guys just got to play two-way hockey, and the forwards got to come back and help out the defense. And
all right, well, he may be 40, but he's ready for a big finish. Ian Payton, the captain of the Ladner Stingers. Well, it's interesting, you know, they talked to both players, both captains I talked to said the exact same thing. Started off great, had a little bit of a lapse, but then we had a great end of the season. So it looks like both teams are on a bit of a roll here.
Yeah, they are. Both teams are on a bit of a roll, and while we're talking about rolling, we're going to take a little bit of a timeout right now and come back with the opening faceoff right after this timeout.
Quitting smoking is easier said than done. Tell me about it. But something that helped me was writing down the reasons why I wanted to give it up. My breath stunk. Cigarettes are not cheap, and I wasn't feeling so good. You can do it too. Write those reasons down, guys. Sure, it's hard. I didn't think I could, but my friends were there for me, and they did it. Quit smoking and set yourself free. You want to do it too? Call 1-800-360-TEEN for your free Quit for Life kit. It's a program for teens.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Ladner Recreation Complex. I'm Steve Erickson with Steve Darling in our broadcast location tonight, bringing you game number 1 in the South Delta Senior Men's Recreational Hockey League final between the Whalers versus the Stingers. Good game, Steve. Going to be a lot of fun watching this because there's going to be an awful lot of fun go on for the speed. Now, let's take a look at the standings and see where the teams ended up.
Well, you can see the Islanders on top there with 28 points, 12 wins, 4 losses, and 4 ties. And then the Ladner Stingers, they had that little bit of a drought in the middle of the season, and it really affected them. 13 wins, 6 losses, and a tie for 27 points, tied with the Smokies. And there you have the Whalers. They're bringing up 4th spot, 9 wins, 7 losses, and 4 ties for 22 points. You see you've got 2 playing 4 here. It should be a good game. It should be an exciting game. The players were mentioning to the referees that it's going to be a bit of a grinder tonight. So just let them go is what he said.
It's quite ironic that you got the second team playing the 4th team. So the first place team, the Islanders, did not make the final championship game. That's a real surprise. Now there's the regular
Yeah, the Mariners there, 20 points. The Thunder, 8-4. The Kings, the Chief, and the Rangers having a little bit of problems, maybe retooling for next year, 3-13-4 with just 10 points.
And the second game we'll be telecasting tonight will be between the Thunder and the Kings. So both games going to prove to be very, very educational for the youngsters at home. And if you're watching, I have to give you some free advice. Pay close attention to the goaltenders, because both of these goaltenders, Pete Wadesky for the Stingers as well as Timmy Roberts for the Whalers, both of them have played very, very sound goaltending in their career. So we're looking for real strong goaltending from both of them. Referee for tonight's contest, Craig. Yes, the Doc McLaren's out there.
Where you?
Wearing the stripes there. You can hear Craig right there. The linesman over in front of the Whalers bench is Sean McCaskill, and the other linesman below our broadcast booth is Ryan Ben from Ladner. From the opening draw, goes right from the draw over to Northey. Northey gets it, dumps it back inside the zone. Seaford goes after that for the Whalers, picks it up, shot it up to Jessamine off the boards, trying to clear it out, intercepted. Misplayed that. Paul Michaud gets it, lives it to Duncan Jessamine. Dumped back inside the line by Scheuer. And Butterworth across the center line. Long shot, high and wide. Wadesky comes up to the goal to stop that one. Dumping it back down. Butterworth takes the shot in front. Kenny Mattice has it. Shot it all the way out the center. Intercepted. Picked up once again. Northey has it for the Stingers. He's bumped off the puck by Butterworth. Shot it out in the neutral ice zone. And Kenny Mattice dumps it in. Mattice, and I believe that's number 13. Let me look at my roster. David Norris out there, and Dave went off real quick for a line change. Early changes by both teams out there. 20-minute periods. Picked up in the neutral ice area once again. Northey has it. Northey dumps it inside the zone, going right to goaltender Roberts. And they take that behind the goal. Fordham shot it, but not out. Kept inside the zone, stopped. Phillips has it. Phillips shot it on goal out in the neutral ice area. Straight up nice play as they dump that out to Galka. Galka dumped it inside. Fordham's a shot high and wide. Galka goes after that to pick it up. Taking it, shot behind the goal. Trying to center it back out in front. Failed to do so. Picked up on a steal there. And the Whalers shot it all the way out and down the ice. Going back to regroup and pick that one up.
Both teams are doing some real end-to-end action, coming in, shooting the puck in, going down low, trying to get things around the boards, and then moving it up the ice. Both teams playing well right now.
Very well, very disciplined, but it's quick line changes is the word for the day out here. I guess we've got an icing call. Face-off will be deep inside the Stingers' end zone. Goaltenders haven't been tested yet, Steve.
No, they haven't really. A lot of the players are shooting the puck in, getting it, as we mentioned, down low, and trying to find a little bit of an opening. And there was a little bit of a mistake a little while ago by one of the defensemen for the Ladner Stingers, and there was a chance, but he missed the net, as it's still scoreless here in the first period between the Whalers and the Stingers.
And we're getting set for the draw. Linesman Ryan Ben getting set to drop the puck. Paul Michaud getting set to take it for the Whalers from the draw. It's knocked back in the corner. Michaud goes after that. Bump with Kenny Mattice. Ian Payton comes after that, the captain for the Stingers. Shot that around the boards. Carew shoots it out and down the ice. Going back after that inside their own zone. Trying to get control of that is Meek. Meek shot it out kept inside. He cleared the zone to get back onside. Takes a long shot, was Billy Husband. Good stop there by Timmy Roberts, and Billy Husband on a steal. Close play at the blue line there, Steve, to stay onside.
Billy Husband, that whole play was set up as the referee was trying to move to get in position on the line. He hit the puck on the side, and he actually knocked it back into the zone. So, of course, that clears away any offsides, and that was it created that scoring chance.
A couple of real key centermen out here, Michaud and Billy Husband. Getting set. McCaskill lines them both up. Sneaking in a little behind him from the draw. No, Billy Husband wasn't even ready in that. He says, how can you drop the puck like that? So they'll blow the whistle, and like they say on TV, wasn't dropped fair.
No, exactly.
From the draw, Paul Michaud has it. Gets it back in the corner. Shot it, but not out. Kept in by Ian Payton. Payton has it, dumps it in on goal. Picked up, round the boards. Shot, oh, Billy Husband's taken down. Play carries right on. Michaud out of his own end zone up to Butterworth. Butterworth coming down. Going to the net. Jessamine high and wide off the glass. Picked back up inside the zone. Shot. Desjardins clears that all the way out to center ice. Coming down, straight on goal. Carouse takes a shot. Picked up on the side of the corner. Miles shot it, but not out. Once again, Billy Husband has it. Husband centers it back out in front to Carouse. Couldn't get control of it. Corey Seifert has it. Seifert, nice long pass straight down the ice as he tried to make a pass up to Gord Queeran on that one. Too far past Gordy Queeran on that one. Intercepted, dumped inside the zone by Ray. Once again, the Stingers trying to get it out, but they're having a little bit of confusion right now, Steve, getting it out of their own zone.
Yeah, they're trying to move it up the middle and trying those long passes through center, and very rarely do they work. They've got to keep the short passes going, and it looks actually like the Whalers are playing a tiny bit of a trap. They're keeping a lot of guys up in the neutral zone, and the Stingers are having a little problem with that.
So far, it's working to the Whalers' advantage, so it's going to be interesting to see how it goes on from here. Nice pass by Norris, giving that up straight up to Northey. Northey goes in, takes a shot. Our first penalty in this evening contest. There you can hear the announcement from the dock out there.
Corey Seifert is going to go off for a trip. He knew he was beat. The Ladner Stinger, number 55.
Number 69 White for the trip.
There you go, number 69 White. He knew he was beat. We'll take a look at it here, and you can see him get a little edge here. Number 55. Jason Northey gets around and he goes right underneath. He got the puck first, but still took the legs out as well. And the goaltender had to do a little bit of jump to make sure he didn't get the problem. And again, thank you for those drop away pegs that the goals have, because there could have been a broken leg there a couple of moments ago.
Yeah, there sure couldn't. I didn't know Timmy Roberts was that agile, but obviously he is. From the draw, Norris gets the puck back. Out to Schock. Schock dumps it back inside. Picked it up once again. Schock, nice cross-ice pass over to Bates. Bates tees it up. Long pass, shot on goal. Good stop by Roberts. Going after it. Oh, Roberts covers it up. And they come in, and Joseph gives him a little bit of a love tap just to keep everybody honest. Big.
So, hey, tender, it's sat there loose. Can't give you the whistle till it's covered, bud.
There you can hear from the dock.
The referee telling everyone that had to wait until it was cleared. And here we'll take a look at exactly the mix-up. There was a great cross-ice pass here, and the shot taken by the number 4, Jack Bates. Now here's the problem: the puck is just floating around there. The goaltender's not sure exactly where it is. Now look at their captain standing there around instead of clearing the guy out. They've got to clear those guys out to be successful.
Clear them all the way out. Going back down in the Stingers' end zone. Schock goes after that, picks it up. Fordham's doing a good job forechecking. Fordham's trying to take his man off the puck. As right now, the Whalers are one player short for another minute and 25 seconds. Dump back out in the neutral ice area. Duncan Jessamine has it, the captain for the Whalers. Stops, turns, cross-ice pass. Far side as he gives it over to Meek, and Meek tries to dump that down. Northey gives it up to Norris. Norris comes down inside the zone, going wide, stops, drop back to Northey. And Northey, a shot stopped by Timmy Roberts, and he keeps that out in the short side. Good stop, but a good tee-up move.
Yeah, the Timmy Roberts is having a good game so far. In the 54 seconds that has been in this minor, he's had to make a couple of good stops. And look at both defensemen here for the Whalers backing in, trying to move back in and giving him that shot and clearing that lane out to make sure the goaltender can see it. See him move to the right there? That means he's trying to give his goaltender enough sight lines, and he had it, made the save.
I see a lot of minor hockey games where the kids just stand in front of the goalie and they try and block the shot. Like we said before, give the goalie the opening so he can see the puck. Can't stop what he can't see. Shot all the way down in the Stingers' end zone. We're coming to you from the Ladner Recreation Complex. Beautiful downtown Ladner, and this is game number 1 of the championship final round between the Whalers and the Stingers. Shot all the way out in the neutral ice area. Goes back to Ian Payton with 12:25 left in the first period. Payton gives it to Sonnenberg. Sonnenberg going after that. Picked up once again, and Phillips tried to dump it in the zone but lost it. Back over Matthijs to Payton. Payton dumps it in the corner, goes around the boards. Roberts comes out of his goal, stops it, leaves it for Joseph. Dumped down the ice once again. And Pete Wadesky will come out of his goal, stop that. 20 seconds left in the minor penalty against the Whalers. And that's Seaford. He got a minor earlier for tripping. All the way back out, dumped back in once again by Brad Miles. Joseph going off on a line change.
Pete Wadesky hasn't really faced a lot of shots because of this penalty here in the first period, so he hasn't really been tested. We'll see what happens.
Not yet, he hasn't. Team's back at full strength right now. Good solid check there by Miles. Miles takes Cruz off the puck. Shot around the board, Seaford. Now he's back on the ice, works it all the way up the center, come down across the blue line. Fordham's going after the rebound. Wadesky stops, covers up. We get a whistle with 11:25 left in the first period. We've got no score in this contest.
Well, Corey Seafred came right out of the penalty box, got in on that rush, but unfortunately wasn't given enough room by the defenseman. Kind of pushed him down and knocked him down. He was looking at the referee, hoping for a penalty, trying to make up for his penalty he had a little earlier, but the referee wasn't buying that. He went in and was kind of trying to duck under and fell himself almost, with a little help, of course.
Yeah, just a little bit of help. You gotta take the extra step to fool the doc the odd time, that's all. Stingers trying to clear it out of their own zone all the way back in the neutral ice area. Josephs dumps it back. They clear the zone to get back on side. Jessamine going in, doing a good job forechecking. Schock has it. Beautiful cross ice pass as he give it over to the Jardins. They dumped it inside the zone. Joseph goes after that. Joseph has a hold of his stick. Good move, undetected, but that's okay. If you can do it and get away with it, it's a free one. Nothing wrong with that. Inside the zone. Michaud has control. Michaud dumped it all the way out in the neutral ice area. Schock has it. Butterworth almost intercepted that one. Failed to do so. Joseph gives it to Jessamine. Cross the line. Jessamine shot. Big stop by Wadesky going after rebound. Oh, short side of the goal. Stop by the post on that one. Big move there.
Yeah, Jeff Corse made a good play. Jeff Corse, the defenseman for the Stingers, made a good play. He saw he was going to get a slap shot and just tied up his stick so he couldn't got a weak shot off, but not a good one.
Billy Husband has it for the Stingers. 10 minutes left in this first period of play. Husband comes up across the center line. Going down, going wide. Good move. Husband comes in, takes it behind the goal, trying the wraparound play. Looks, stops, lost it. Butterworth dumped it out in the neutral ice area, intercepted by Matthijs. Matthijs gives it over to Jack Bates. A little bit of a pass. Husband intercepts finally up to Northey. Northey comes down, tees it up, shot! Oh, did it go in or not? Husband cheered. That was a questionable call right there. Shot out and down the ice. Do we have icing? Yes, we do.
I don't know. That looked to me like it hit the post.
That's what I thought. I thought it hit the crossbar.
Yeah, it hit the crossbar. The Ladner Stingers thought they had scored a goal. It eluded the goaltender. It got by him. Now, whether or not it actually... we'll take a look at it here.
Let's take a look right now.
We'll get a little slow shot here. Kind of steps over the blue line. Here's the shot. It was a good shot, too. Got a lot of wood on it. Here comes the puck. And... bang, right off the crossbar and out.
Off the crossbar, no goal.
Good call by the ref.
Good call. Nope, no goal. And there you can have, they went upstairs. No. The only thing I don't like about the rules they're using right now is that stupid crease rule they've got.
Well, it's the same for everybody. I agree with the rule. If you're going to call it, then call it straight up. If everyone knows what the rule is, that's the rule. They make the same calls for everybody, then it's fair. Well, until they alter the crease a little.
That's right. And the reasoning for putting that one in was to keep the goaltenders home because they felt the goaltenders were being played too much, and the goaltenders were also asking for an awful lot of the problems it created too. So it's a two-way street. Yeah,
it's one of those things that will be discussed at the general managers' meetings at the end of the season.
Yeah, no kidding.
One of the many things.
Yeah, many, many things. Oh, going into Northey's offside by a country mile on that one right there. Northey teed it up, and Norris a little bit slow on making the initial pass.
Yeah, Northey just took that extra half a step and got caught on an offside, but still no score here in a pretty entertaining first period so far with 8 minutes left. It's been an exciting, some chances at both ends, a crossbar, and all that in the first, 12 minutes.
Yes, and there's still more to come from the Ladner Recreation Complex here for this game here between the Whalers and the Stingers. Seaford dumps it straight out going down the ice. Bates takes his man off. The puck picked up behind the net. Tom Sawyer has it. Shot it, but not intercepted by Butterworth. Oh, tried to get that one over to Fordham's, but it was behind him. Couldn't pick that one up. Up to Michaud. Michaud dumps it in the corner as he takes a bit of a bump from Norris. Gets it, taking it behind the net is Schock. Greg Schock has it. Looks, cross-ice pass over to Jason Northey. Northey comes up. He's got Dave Norris with it. Dumps it in the corner. And once again, Brad Miles has it for the Whalers. Gives it over to Fordhams. Lost it. Shot out in the neutral ice area. Hit linesman Sean McCaskill. Going in. Oh, James Butterworth, you're offside by a good stride.
Yes, that would have been a nice. That was a nice try, a nice pass, but unfortunately, just a little half a step over. And if the puck was going a little quicker, it might have prevented that offside, and it might have been a chance for a scoring chance. But he'll skate over to the bench and try for the next time that he gets a breakaway pass.
No doubt he'll get another opportunity like that too.
What a tremendous player. What a tremendous player. In fact, I was mentioning to you earlier, I went to school, graduated from Siakam Secondary, and with his sister, Stacy.
Yeah. So it's nice that there's a little bit of friendship still involved in the game. You get to talk to all the people you haven't seen in a while, Steve.
That's what's great about hockey and minor sports, and now the senior men's league is a lot of the people that you grew up with, or that you brothers and stuff like that, of the people you grew up with, are usually involved in these things.
Very, very truthful. Andrew Radstad dumped it inside the zone, lost it, intercepted once again by Kelly Galka. Galka, big wide shot, too far wide, and Galka comes out, picks up speed, clears his own. Going back inside the zone, going to chase it one more time. Kenny Mattice has it, takes it in the corner, being chased by Galka. Works it out of his own zone, stopped, almost intercepted by Stevie Ray. Ray finally stole it, kept back inside the zone by Galka, dumped in the corner, going on the far side. Jeff Ray going after it, Peyton shoots it out. Back in the neutral ice area. Dave Meek dumps that back inside, Peyton goes after it. 5:40 left in the first period of play. Shot it out, Joseph lets that go straight by him. Careful, very cautious line change right there by the Whalers.
Yeah, the Whalers were lucky too. They almost caught for too many men. The puck was shot out and it kind of ricocheted off the glass in a weird way, and a player was trying to get to the bench and almost didn't make it.
Oh, that could have been very costly for them on a minor infraction. Husband, a shot stopped by Roberts. Oh, Timmy looks behind him. Wasn't sure where that went. Butterworth has it. Butterworth comes out of his own zone. Beautiful cross-ice pass to Trevor Dion. Dumped inside the zone, and Greg Schock has it for the Stingers. Schock out of his own zone. Cross the blue line up to Billy Husband. Husband comes down. Schock go with him, and he's offside. You got your pick. Either Jeff Carews was offside or Greg Schock was offside. What happened was Billy Husband slowed it down for a good tee-up shot at the line and just paused at the wrong time.
I was kind of surprised that Billy Husband didn't make the pass. You see him coming out here. This is the shot that just played a little earlier in the save, and the goaltender is, where is it? Can he help me? And then his defenseman came in and cleared it around the boards.
Big shot. Roberts comes out and stops that. Corey Seifert has it. 4.5 minutes left in the first period of play. Seifert shot it out and down the ice past everybody. Icing is called with a face-off deep in the Whalers' end zone. And we've got, again, as we said, 4:20. Good contest so far, Steve. They're playing very aggressive. Goalies haven't been tested too much.
Yeah, it's been interesting so far. The Whalers, I think, have been playing pretty decent hockey. Of course, they had that power play the penalty kill a little earlier that caused a bit of a problem. But Ladner was unable to capitalize there. As you see, the score still scoreless here in the first period. And that's the way playoff hockey usually is. Low scoring and a grinding type game.
And this is a very grinding game right now. Mind you, I've seen these two teams play a little more physical than what we've seen so far, and hopefully they continue to maintain a good standard of play. Long pass to Butterworth. Butterworth one-on-one going in. Shot high and wide. Oh, almost buried that in the Pacific out there with a shot like that. Picked up by Bates behind the net. Bates takes a check from Fordhams. Gets up, just smiles, and says, hey, careful, watch who you hit out here.
Yeah, Jim Butterworth came over the blue line there, rifled a shot. I thought he would have tried to move in a little bit more because he had had some open space, but I guess he thought the defenseman was going to catch him.
Yeah, he just ripped that one big time wide. Good drop pass by Jessamine going in for the rebound. Does he score? No! Oh, what a beautiful drop pass situation there. You talk about a game move.
Pete Wadesky, that puck was in the net, and all of a sudden he kicked his pad up and knocked it away. We'll take a look at it here. Now watch, they're going to drop the pass here. Here comes Butterworth, sets up, takes a shot. The initial shot makes a save. Now he's down and kicks the pad up. Boom, there's the puck going over, and a tremendous save, and he actually kicks it right into his own glove to stop play.
I told you these goaltenders were good, and boy, oh boy, Wadecki says it all right there. But if we could back that one up, and if we had the chance of watching that one feast on that shot there,
yeah, we could
watch
do that.
the defenseman's foot. Okay, beautiful drop pass right here by Jesseman. Okay, now, nice drop pass. Watch the D-man's foot right here. He lifts it. He's screening his own goaltender.
Yeah, but unfortunately, he's got to make sure that what he should have done. You know, he's moving his foot, obviously not to get the hit, but he should have taken the gentleman that dropped the puck first, because he actually went in and got that second scoring opportunity. If the goalie didn't come up big, then it would have been trouble. They're having a little problem with the ice. I think on that save, he kind of kicked down on the ice and caused some of a chunk of it to come out. So they're going to work on the ice a little bit.
Well, we were talking earlier on about the fact of how these goaltenders are very, very good, and they do make strong saves like there. And Wadecki, boy, oh boy, you couldn't ask for a nicer save than that.
That could be something we look back on and say that was a game breaker.
Yes, that sure could. That could be the big game breaker right there. Lined up for the draw right now. Norris is taking the draw for the Stingers, and Norris got the draw. Going back after it, picked up once again. Dumped inside behind the net, trying to pick that one up, and Norris goes after that one more time. Norris dumps it out the neutral ice area. Northey tries to get that off him. Cross ice pass, beautiful play, and they're working it so well. Sawyer has it in the corner. Sawyer going into the high slot, stops, passes it, cross ice pass over to Kenny Mattice. Mattice tees it up, goes in, trying to deflect that one. Was Norris in front of the goal. Sawyer has it. Sawyer, a shot, big stop by Roberts. Picked up by Joseph behind his own net. 2:15 left in the first period of play. Too far, past Mattice all the way down the ice. Payton going after it. Bit of a foot race as the two of them go after it. Payton and Galko went after that to chase it deep inside the Stinger zone. Jason Northey has it up across the center line, dumps it in the corner, being chased by Paul Michaud. Far side, picked up by Sawyer. He's bumped by James Joseph. In the corner once again, Duncan Jessamine, the captain for the Whalers, has it. Jessamine gives it up to Trevor Dayan. Oh, pardon me, that Gordy Queern. I'm looking at two different people numbers out here, and Trevor Dayan's not here tonight. Jessamine still in the corner. Tried to give a pass to Butterworth, past him. Shot at the neutral ice area, nice knockdown and pickup. Going down, straight shot, stopped by Roberts. Oh, Northey tried to get the rebound on that one. Couldn't do so. Shot by Sonnenberg. Beautiful move there by Sonnenberg to play that one and get the rebound. Phillips has it. Phillips tries to jam it in front of the goal. They bump in the corner. Play carries right on. Michaud has control of the puck. Lost it. Oh, Michaud, you look back on that one. Phillips intercepts, dumps it in the corner, being checked by Joseph. Michaud's bumped off the puck by Sonnenberg. Working out of their own zone as Meek dumps it down past Jack Bates. Icing is waved off by linesman Ryan Ben. Wadecki leaves that one for Bates. Nice pass. Gives it over to Radstad. Seifert dumps it back inside the zone. 55 seconds left, Steve. Good action out here.
Yeah, it's tremendous action. I think the Ladner Stingers have to sort of take advantage. Now there's going to be a little skirmishes and
Walk away, gentlemen.
the referee coming in telling him to walk away. Let's try to fire it up a little bit.
Settle it down, 40.
Referee telling number 40 just to settle it down, calm himself. Clint Fordham's, make sure that he controls himself. But their goaltender, the Ladner Stingers goaltender. Now we're going to have a timeout here called by the Whalers.
You called it, it's there. Timeout for White.
Yeah, they're going to give him a timeout. He originally didn't want the timeout. He was over to the bench, but it looked like someone had called over and said time for a second.
Looks like something's wrong with Timmy's helmet. Now they called the timeout. And the key for this one was if you're going to call a timeout, call it. I mean, they called it.
They
Good call.
And unfortunately,
this could be a costly timeout.
Yeah, they didn't want to take that timeout so early in the game, but it looked like he had an equipment problem. What he should have done is gone to the referee and said, I've got an equipment problem, and the referee would have stopped play, and he could have gone over and fixed it and not been charged a timeout. A little bit of an error on the goaltender's part, but we'll see if that affects anything later on in the game.
Yeah, let's listen to Craig.
But when you said timeout, that's...
I thought we meant that it was clear that it was quick.
No. Could have waited 45 seconds, couldn't he?
I don't think he realized how much time
Yeah.
was left.
Pardon me?
See, there's Stevie Ray was in talking to Craig McLaren. Now, the good thing about having the mic on Craig, and I want all you young referees at home, pay attention. This is what I always tell you, communicate. Communicate with the players, talk. Don't just sit back and because you put a referee sweater on, think that you're a little tin god out there and you're beyond approach. Talk to the players because I tell you, it'll sure go a long, long way. And Craig is doing exactly that, Steve.
Yeah, 45 point.
Whatever.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Whatever.
Left to play
yes.
the first. No score, the Whalers and the Stingers.
From the draw, trying to pick that one up is Fordham. Fordham's get it, fall down. Oh, he gives it to Wadecki. Oh, I don't know what he was doing.
Nothing there.
He was free and clear in front of the net and caught a little bit of an edge and fell on his keister.
Yeah, he gets up and just sort of looks to the stars and says, "What was I doing out here?"
And you know, he kicks his skate. Hey, skate, what are you doing?
Oh, no kidding. Kelly Gulka taking the draw for the Whalers. Billy Husband for the Stingers. Getting set inside their own zone. Oh, right back to Fordham's. He took the shot and fanned on that. Shot in the far side. Bates shot it off the glass. Picked that one up. Desjardins shot that all the way out to center ice. Going straight down and Carouse. Carouse tries to pick that one up. Stopped, intercepted by Fordham's. For the Whalers. Fordham's comes down across the line. Tees it up. Oh, that's deflected. Just tipped off his stick. And good play right there by Greg Schock.
He tried to get over and take a shot right over the blue line and unfortunately didn't really have a lot of room to shoot. And was checked kind of easily.
Yeah, very, very easily. He gave that one away. That's the bad part. Bates takes a shot in front. Roberts goes down, and he is sprawling. Oh, deflected out in front once again. Fordham shots it down the ice.
Roberts just made a tremendous save. He was down on the ice. The puck was there, and he just got his arm kicked around and was able to get his arm on that and save a goal. That could have been costly just with a couple of minutes left. And momentum is a big thing.
Oh, is it ever? Momentum is very, very super out there right now. Both teams playing very well. But the big key thing right there, we've had both goaltenders with big key saves. Roberts made the one the latter part, and Wadecki made the one the kick save right to his hand.
Yeah, Wadecki was, I think, made the best save of the first period. He had originally stopped a shot from Jim Butterworth and was down and kicked the puck, his leg up just in time to get the rebound and actually kicked it into his own glove. And that caused some ice problems, chipping the ice a bit. But that could have been an interesting thing. What I think the Stingers didn't do was they didn't have the momentum moving on their side when the save was made, because those kind of things can really fire up a team. And if you've got your goaltender making some key saves, the players have to step up as well. They have to start creating some chances. And I thought Ladner didn't really do that in the first period, especially when their goaltender made the save. Had a little bit of a great momentum and unfortunately couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, no kidding. They didn't. After the first period of play, the Whalers no score, the Stingers no score. We'll be back right after this timeout. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Ladner Recreation Complex. No score as we have just started the second period of play. The Whalers and the Stingers on the attack right now. In control in the corner. Tom Sawyer had it, tries a centering pass. Oh, Norris goes down. Roberts, a sprawling Roberts stops that one. Oh, flopping like a seal out of water, that boy.
Boy, Roberts made a tremendous save there. He made the initial save, then it was sort of on his belly, and he made another save, and then he made another save, and finally grabbed the puck and wrapped it up. And you mentioned at the start of the telecast that the goaltenders may be the difference in this game, and right now they're proving up to that. In the first period, both goaltenders making some tremendous saves, and now here early in the second, which is 19:42 left, the goaltenders coming up big once again.
That's the key part about this, and of course the old story. I don't want to wish any bad luck on anybody. If it's tied, we go to a shootout. Well, we go overtime and then we go to a shootout. So it's going to be quite interesting for an evening of hockey here.
I'm not a fan of the shootout, but that's a different story.
Neither am I, so that's okay. No argument from me. Shot, oh, Wadecki tips that one wide. Going in, shot deflected up off the boards. Joseph keeps that one in. Goes behind the board, behind the net there, and couldn't pick that one up. Shot. Stingers work that one straight out of their own zone. Phillips has it. Phillips across the line, going on goal. Roberts just covers the short side of the goal, trying to get a hold of that one. Phillips has it. Phillips has control in the corner. He's bumped and mixes it up with Dave Meek. Shot it straight up to Butterworth. Nice foot action by Jimmy Butterworth. Comes down, rifles it, stopped by Wadecki. Oh, Well, we said goaltender's action. We talked earlier off at the top of the telecast
Come here for a minute.
about the simple fact that how Butterworth can move, and he can really do it.
Let's listen to this. This official is going to talk to
Don't
number
throw the
7.
keeper on me, okay, bud? Got lots of time to avoid him, avoid him.
Craig's just saying that because he's a goalie.
Yeah. We'll take a look at it here and watch towards the end of the play. Jim Butterworth comes up, takes a tremendous shot, goes in, makes the save. Now watch right here. As he comes in, gives him a little spray of ice. And that's why the referee was saying, stay out of the goaltender's face. That wasn't necessary. The play was well dead. You got lots of time to avoid him.
Very, very truthful. Jessamine give the puck over to Michaud. Michaud couldn't get control of it. Out in the neutral ice area right there. Carouse gives that over on the far side to Desjardins. Desjardins comes down. Seifert takes him off the puck, go behind the net. Seifert, good job defending against Desjardins on there because Desjardins had a good opportunity. Bumped out, Carouse dumps it in the neutral ice area. Butterworth leaves that to Michaud over to Jessamine. What a strong line. Jessamine, shot stopped by Wadecki in the corner. Jessamine goes after that. Matthijs has it, tries to dump it out in the neutral ice area. Jessamine dumps it back inside. Matthijs shot it, but not out. It was hit his own player, Billy Husband. Bumped out in the neutral ice area. Seifert takes Husband off the puck once again. Shot inside, the laid off side's nullified. Matthijs works it out of his own zone, up the center. He's got Husband with him, takes a shot, blocked by Seifert. Shot! Oh, Galka had a chance to clear it and failed. He fanned on the shot right there. Seifert takes his man off the puck. Desjardins gets bumped. Falls down, dumped down the ice, and we have icing with a face-off inside the Whaler zone.
Well, you talk about putting all your eggs in one basket almost. You talked about that line. Jim Butterworth and also Jessamine for the Whalers, and Michaud, all three, in fact, are in the top of the scoring in the playoffs. Jessamine leading with 8 goals, 8 assists for 16 points. And then Billy Husband from the Stingers in second place, Desjardins from the Stingers in third, and then Butterworth and Michaud back-to-back. Butterworth has 10 points, and so does Michaud.
Very, very strong line. Long pass up the Fordham's going after that. Bates intercepts it for the Stingers. Cross ice pass by Bates as he gives it over to Schock. Norris going after it, couldn't pick it up. Joseph had it. Lost it, dumped back down inside the zone. Sawyer dumped it all the way down. Meek shot it, but not out. Galka, back pass over to Fordham's. Fordham stops, turns. Tried the wide angle pass on the far side, and Jason Northey intercepts. Northey comes down across the line. Northey goes in and trying to get it to Sawyer. They bump. Joseph takes his man off the puck. Shot all the way out in the neutral ice area. Picked up once again. Beautiful cross ice pass as he gives that one off to Meek. Meek takes it, lost it behind the net. Joseph has control, dumps it back inside the zone. Meek has to clear the zone to get onside. Stevie Ray comes out on a line change, cross ice, nice play. Back out once again, Sawyer gets control. Good move, foot action, shot, scores! The Stingers capitalize on a beautiful passing play by Northey.
Tom Porky, they call him here. Tom Porky.
2013-4, please.
2013-4 is what the referee says. That was a tremendous shot. We'll take a look at it here. Comes across, looking for something, moves the puck up, steps over the blue line. So here, kicks it to his forehand, steps up, takes a shot, rips it just underneath the glove of the goaltender, and it's 1-0 Ladner.
1-0 right now for the Stingers as they draw. First kick at the cat out here from the Ladner Recreation Complex. An early goal, 13:40 left in this second period of play. Cross ice pass. Matthijs gives that straight up to Phillips. Phillips comes down across the line. Going in on goal is Radstack. Radstack goes after it, shot. Seifert takes it behind the goal over to Duncan Jessamine. Jessamine goes after it, couldn't get a hold of it. Sawyer has control, gives that over to Radstadt. Radstadt straight back, Sonnenberg. Sonnenberg comes across the line, and they're offside. The key about that goal, Steve, that I was really impressed with was the fact that when he come down across the line, he actually stopped it with the toe of his stick. He turned the stick over and stopped it with it.
Yeah, sort of teeing it up for himself, getting set, and he just made a tremendous shot. And the goaltender kicked out and just came under his glove. And the official scoring play on that, Tom Sohiger for Ladner from Dave Norris and Rob Sonnenberg.
Nice shot on that one. Good contest out here. I'm very impressed with the caliber of play, what we're seeing tonight. And we hope the viewers are enjoying us bringing this broadcast to you. This is the Steve and Steve Show coming to you from the Ladner Recreation Complex here as it goes back inside the Stinger zone. Dumped it back out, intercepted by Corey Seifert. Seifert comes down across the center line, the blue line. Shot stopped by Wadecki. Matthijs goes after that. Couldn't get control of it. Nice passing play straight up to Billy Husband. Husband comes down, goes down. He's worked over handily by Seifert. Seifert did a good job taking him off the puck and out of the harm's way right there. Inside the zone, Carouse has it. Carouse looks, sets up over to Payton. Payton going in, shot, big stop by Roberts, going in after the rebound. Couldn't pick that one up, and Desjardins gets control. Cross ice pass, boy, what a move there. Carouse had a chance and couldn't put it in.
I think Roberts took that shot up high because it looked like he hurt him when he first got shot. It might have caught him just under the mask or just in that high area around the neck where it's you see just underneath his protector there. We'll take a look at it again. He comes in. Watch where the puck goes. He sees him coming in. He moves down, and the puck just on the shoulder. And many goaltenders will tell you that's a tough place to get hit, is right in that shoulder. There's kind of a, if you look at goaltenders' pads, there's kind of like a little tiny bit of a break there where the shoulder part meets the chest part.
That's right.
And goaltenders hate to get it there.
Never mind, I hate to get it there too, and I'm very susceptible to pain. Norris, a shot, big stop by Roberts. And you watch Joseph in front of the goal as he just grabs a hold of Northey by the shoulder. Let's just keep it honest.
Boy, Jim Butterworth sure is playing a lot tonight, that line, the top line. And it's in playoff games, it seems that, you know, the top lines play against the top lines, and the games are won on the second and third line. And if the second and third line, but here's a break for Jimmy Butterworth.
Talk about Butterworth once again, that little speedster coming straight down, back pass, tried to get it to Fordhams, failed to do so. Fordhams didn't expect the pass, I don't believe. Given over to Joseph. Joseph comes down, pass over to Michaud. Michaud comes across the line, taken off the play by Bates, leaves it for Norris. Norris shot it, but not out. Finally dumped it out in the neutral ice area. Meek has it. Meek comes in, dumps it inside the zone. They clear it and get onside. Good change. Butterworth, Fordhams, and Michaud going off on a line change. Dumped all the way out inside, and Sawyer has it. Sawyer lost it. Jessamine picks that one up, stops and turns inside his own zone. Duncan Jessamine, the captain for this Whalers team, comes across the line, going in, taking a good chance, shot on goal. Golka going after that, and Northey picks it up.
Face off will go deep, Red, put him in there.
There you heard it, right there.
Yeah, the red player pushed push number 10 for the Whalers. Jeff Ray into the goal, and that's the reason why it was knocked off. And so the referee decided that because a red player pushed him in, that the face-off is going to be deep in Stinger zones, in the Zinger zone.
We know it's going there because the doc said so, but I think the best thing that we've convinced this league to do right now for their playoffs, for their entire playoff format, is go three-man system. It's really been beneficial. All the players I've talked to in the league really enjoy the three-man system. They find they're getting a good amount of consistency, and we're able to utilize more of the senior officials and also develop the young people in the lining aspect of it. So it's working real well, not only to the officials aspect of it, but also to the players.
Yeah, it's a tough situation when you've got just two officials. There's a lot. I play in a league, and there's a lot of problems. I shouldn't say problems, but
concerns.
Things aren't seen because there's only two officials, and they're worrying about face-offs and offsides and things like that. And here you've got a guy who's responsible just for the play, just calling the play, talking to the players, making sure that there's a go-between, and it works out well when you have three officials.
Yeah, it does really, really well. And the three guys out here right now, they're all doing a very, very good job. I'm impressed with the way they're calling the game so far.
The NHL actually has had some discussions about using 4 officials, and 2 would be linesmen and 2 would be referees, and that way you can have an official on both sides of the net, basically, in case disputed goals and things like that, and also disputed plays. And one referee would follow the front play, and one would follow the back.
Yeah, it's going to be quite interesting to see how things work and what changes they want to make. Sonnenberg passes that one straight up as he gives it to Radstack, going in, takes the shot.
Right off the beak. He hit that one right off the top of his helmet and put it off into the stands. The referee goes over to make sure he's okay, and it just kind of deflected off. You could hear that little clink.
Yeah.
It sounded like this.
And it worked, too. Okay, let's watch this one once again.
Little shot, clink, right off the head, and you can see the mask go, and he kind of shakes it off and says, yeah, that's okay.
Timmy says, oh, yeah.
I've taken a couple of those.
Yes, and he has, too. I know that. Puck's knocked out of the air with a high stick. Play carries right on because it was picked up by the opposition team. That's why the play allows to go on. That's a Canadian hockey rule, so there's no deviation from this league, the way they play the rules, to the Canadian Hockey Association rule, and they know it. Fordham looks like he got hit in the hand. He's shaking his hand a little bit right there. Dumped all the way up the neutral ice area. Nice move. Gets it back. Michaud has control of it. Gives a little bit of a feeble backhand as it dumped it inside the zone once again. Bates intercepts. Bates trying to get control of it. Dump back inside, going right to goaltender Pete Wadesky. Gives it to Greg Schock. Greg Schock leaves that off the backboards. Oh, it was off the back of the net. Batesy comes in and gives Fordham's a bit of a love tap and says, "Don't do that."
I think he might be heading off.
He doesn't do it. Come on now.
No, I thought for a moment there he was going to give him a penalty, as the Stingers, you see, leading 1-0 here in the second period.
A little tiny push and a big zzz.
He says a little tiny push and a big zoom. Let's say, I believe what exactly his words were.
Oh, Doc, good move, Doc.
No penalties, everyone's okay.
Just
Get up and start it off.
Just a little
I'm not sure exactly what a zoom is, but it's something.
I wonder what rule that's listed under in the book.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
The zoom rule.
That's an okay one. Going right to goaltender Roberts on there. I'll have to talk to Craig about that and see what he says. It's got to be the highlight of the year right there for his call.
The zoom thing. Okay.
Yes. At this time, I'd like to just congratulate the Bantam B1 team from North Delta Minor Hockey Association. They recently won the Bantam B1 Provincial Championship in Richmond by a score of 11-3 over Roslyn Trail. Congratulations to the North Delta Minor Hockey Bantam B1 team.
Just some more Delta boys making it big.
And they played very, very strong. I watched the game, and Delta came out, took a 1-0 lead. Roslyn tied it up, and the one goal that Roslyn tied it up with, it was almost like a wake-up call for Delta. They said, "Hey, wait a minute now. Like, what are we doing?" And they just went from there. All right, replay on this one.
Yeah, it comes over, steps over the blue line, gets tied up a little bit, moves it out in front, and a pretty decent shot here and a good save. Goaltender was moving the right way, stopped it up, stopped it, snugged it up, and we'll face it off.
From the draw, Golka won the draw. Right shot on goal to Wadesky. All the way out the neutral ice area. Sawyer has control, comes down. Northey goes in and pick it up. Northey's worked off the puck by Meek. Centering pass out in front. Stevie Ray has it for the Whalers. Whalers, nice cross-ice pass. They give that one over to Gordy Quinn. Gordy Quinn gives that one to Golka. Golka takes a shot, worked off the puck by Ian Payton. Picked up by Gordy Quinn. Quinn's bumped by Norris. Norris gives it to Jessamine. Not that he wanted to do that, but he happened to do it. Different players, different teams. Shot, but not out. Picked up once again by Dave Meek. Kept inside the zone to Jessamine. Centering pass too far behind him, and Joseph couldn't intercept that one.
I'm not sure who made the save there, or the goaltender or the captain, Ian Payton. He was diving across, and one of them made the save. I know he kept the puck out of the net.
I know either way, Wadesky was quite pleased with the stop. Wasn't too worried about it. Shot. Nice move. Norris gives it up to Northey. Northey comes down across the line. Matthijs with him. Northey comes in. He's worked off the puck by Meek. Good bumping. Roberts comes out. Does he stop it? Yes, he did. They were cheering once again. The referee right on the doorstep said, "No way." Up to Butterworth. Butterworth across the line, going in one-on-one. Shot, scores! Jimmy Butterworth scores to tie the game at 1. What a controversial play, because you've got a situation where the Stingers thought they scored at one end, and the Whalers come down and pick it up and go the other way.
Yeah, we were just talking about Ian Payton. He moved right into the goal. He was knocked back, and all of a sudden they thought, well, we've got a goal. They all stopped.
25, 21,
Let's take a look.
12.
Let's go away. Let's take a look. Now, here's the save.
25.
He kept it out, moved it back.
55, yeah, sorry, bud.
And then here comes it up. Now, Jim Butterworth gets the pass right here. He's in all alone, and
thank you, sir.
oh, that was a close to an offside, and bang, just snaps it home.
Okay, gentlemen, down
nice score there, Jim Butterworth.
The key with the big one there was the simple fact that when he crossed the blue line, he had possession and control deemed by the linesman. Anyway, nice move. Almost a steal one more time. Coming in, a bit of a hook. He's hauled down.
There's going to be a
We've got
penalty.
a penalty coming up. This one's an obvious
Number 7,
one.
red for the hook.
But this is what I call a good penalty. There's good penalties and bad penalties. This was a good penalty because it could have been real costly going against the Stingers. Number 7.
Greg Schock is going to go into the penalty
Number
for
7, red for the hook.
Number 7 red, as you mentioned, Greg Schock for the hook. He had gotten beaten and knew he was beaten, and it was going to be a shot, and he decided to hook the stick and the arm, and he'll sit in and serve 2.
That's okay, because that was a good good penalty to take, as we said earlier on, and there's nothing wrong with that. Kelly Galka getting set for the draw. Galka is going to go after it, and Phillips line up. Dropped in, Phillips wins it. Shot all the way out in the neutral ice area. Going down, a bit of a foot race coming on right now. Radstack goes out. Oh, Roberts wisely dumped that out in the neutral ice area. Stevie Ray takes a little bit of a bump by Bates. Matthijs stops. Kelly Galka goes in, takes the puck off of him. Finally, Matthijs gets it back, stops. Ray's doing a good job forechecking out here, and Bates picks that up for the Stingers. Bates, oh, stripped from Fordham's right there. Stopped by Wadewski on the short side. Phillips has control for the Stingers. Phillips comes down with Radstadt. Drop pass. Beautiful stop right there by Seifert as he goes down a la Bobby Orr style to make the big block. Not in the same ballpark, close to it.
Corey Seifert stopped down and hit right off his knee and went into the corner. And you were talking about that penalty to take, and the Whalers seem to have, after that goal, the worst thing you can do is take a penalty right after, because you sort of push the momentum on the Whalers side, and now they're going to come on a little bit of a 2-on-2 here.
Oh, they are. Kelly Galka has control. Galka inside the zone. Beautiful pass out in front to Butterworth. What a move. Butterworth giving over Jessamine. Stopped by Wadewski. Shot again. Stopped by Wadewski. Oh, this guy is overworked and underpaid. 2 solid stops by Pete Wadewski.
And in rapier-like fashion.
And the referee's getting involved in this too. Big move shot by Butterworth, taking it behind the goal. Michaud goes after it. Butterworth picks that one up. Butterworth tries to get control. Kept inside by Seifert, dumped in the corner. Going after that is Payton. Payton has it, shot it all the way out. Going down, if he touches it, no, it goes to Roberts, so he's okay. Oh, had he got control, as Desjardins got control, that he would have been called for the 2 lines or the offside pass.
That's all right, I'm just telling you, you can avoid that contact or that spray, do it.
Yeah, the referee is telling him to avoid the spray and avoid the contact, because the whistle hadn't been blown. Now let's take a look at this. This was a thing of beauty. Jim Butterworth's going to get the pass right in front.
Watch this.
What a move right here, and you think he's going to shoot, makes a pass over, and check that out. Stacks the big pad up, moves it out, and then gets one right in the chest. And the Stingers were able to clear it out. That was a tremendous scoring opportunity and a fantastic save.
Oh, I think Pete would rather be fishing, for Pete's sake, than stopping all these and getting all this rubber shot at him tonight out there. But a good move right there. I tell you, we are seeing exceptional goaltending out here.
And you know, I talked about the Whalers seem to have a little bit of momentum on their side, and that's been holding that way.
Hey, that's enough. Keep it to yourselves.
Hey, that was a good call. I don't want to get on start taking sides, but it was a good call.
That's all it is.
Watch his foot. I'd like to see a replay of this one. Butterworth, too bad. We never saw it. But Butterworth was onside until the time they lost his balance and lifted his skate off the blue line.
And he got a little chat from the bench. The young linesman did. He made a good call. We can see it from up here, and the players are a little off the line, and they were thinking that he was onside, but unfortunately he wasn't.
Good play as they get control. Michaud dumps that inside the zone, trying to clear it all the way out of their own zone. Jessamine goes after that. Northey has it. Northey working his way out of his own zone. 25 seconds left in this second period of play. Northey comes down. Sawyer going in front of the goal. Northey's hauled down. We got a penalty coming up to the Whalers.
Right there, 22 white for the hold.
Oh, yep. I wasn't sure whether he was going to call holding or throw a flag on that one, Steve.
Yeah, there was just as the penalty expired. The Whalers had moved up and taken the puck away, and Stingers took it. Number 22,
Mr. Meek.
Mr. Meek is going to sit in the box and serve 2, and that'll carry over, of course, into the third period with just 19.1 seconds left to play here in the second period in a 1-1 game.
Oh, good, entertaining contest. We really hope you're enjoying this telecast at home. It's an awful lot of fun for us to bring it to you, and the Whalers and the Stingers supplying exceptional entertainment out here. Bates has a shot, stopped by Roberts. In front goes down to Timmy Roberts. He deflects that behind his own net once again. And Gordy Quinn tries to shoot it out of his own zone, does all the way a lob pass up the center.
Yeah, Quinn took a look up and saw there was only about 3 seconds. Knew they didn't have time for a rush, and he thought he'd just clear it out of the zone and make sure no damage can happen.
I'm watching for the puck going in the net, but I didn't see it, or I'd get after it.
And the referees are talking to the official, and the officials, taking the players' complaints and dealing with it the best he can. And the players always have complaints for the referees. It's just something that sort of happens. But the players realize that, and they know what's going on.
You're not going to keep everybody happy. I'm not sure whether we've got a bit of a timeout, or we get nice clean, or what's going on. I'm watching everybody down here. But Steve, an exceptional game out here right now. I'm really impressed. Both goaltenders playing very, very strong. And it's nice to see the defensemen are helping them clear the puck out of their own zone.
Yeah, goaltending has been exceptional in a 1-1 game, and that's the way it should be in a playoff game. Is the goaltenders should come up big. You build teams from the goaltender out, and both goaltenders have been playing well. They've had some tough saves. I think that Wadesky's made the best of the 2 saves, and looking maybe at him for a player of the game thing, depending on how this turns out. But it'll be a very interesting third period. I'm looking forward to watching it.
It sure is going to be an awful lot of fun to bring you the third period. The score after 2 periods of play, the Whalers won, the Stingers won. We'll return with third period action right after this timeout.
Well, there you have senior men's rec hockey finals. The Whalers and the Stingers tied at 1 in the second period, and they're just underway. Steve Erickson.
Second period is all finished, and we had a little bit of a confusion as to whether we were going to have an ice clean or not. I think they couldn't find the Zamboni operator in order to do the ice, so they just decided to play right on. Oh, close play. Norris had a good scoring opportunity there and couldn't finish it off in front of the goal.
And the difference here, because this is a playoff game, the third period will be all stop time.
And you know, Steve, I like that because the big key for that one is that one team or another, if you're ahead by 1 goal, you can't dog it and you can't waste the clock. I like that rule. That's a real good rule. Northey comes down across the line for the Stingers. Going in, going wide. Forced off the puck. Oh, he takes a heavy tumble into the backboards. Shot dumped out inside the neutral ice area. Kenny Mattice has it. Mattice passes that one over. Sawyer takes a long shot on goal. Stopped by Timmy Roberts. Seifert picks that one up. Takes a bit of a bump by Dave Norris. Shot out. Knocked down with a high stick. Play carries right on. Picked up once again by the opposition team. Shot, but not out. Intercepted by Gordy Quirin, and he dumps it down the ice. Icing is waved off. They're killing a penalty right now. The penalty has gone to Dave Meek. That was the penalty for holding in the second period. And there's 20 seconds left in the minor. Straight down across the line. Coming in, Radstack takes a shot off the glass. Going after that one. Couldn't pick that one up. Shot out and down the ice again. 10 seconds left in the minor penalty. Wadesky comes out of his goal to stop that. Going to be interesting to see what happens for the latter part of this penalty, Steve.
Yeah, they just 3 seconds left. Nothing's going to happen, obviously, with the penalty just completed. And both teams are back to full strength now.
Wow, good penalty killing out there by the Whalers. Very, very strong. Goes right to Ian Payton, the captain for the Stingers. Payton gets it back on a pass from Radstadt. Payton gives it over to Mattice. Mattice stops, takes his time, looks, dumps it in. Joseph goes after that. Joseph picks it up in his own corner. 17:55 left in the third period. Out to Butterworth. Butterworth coming down across the blue lines. Got Michaud with him, going in. Stops, turns, gets around Michaud. Back pass to Michaud. Back inside. Jessamyn's worked over in front. Payton lost his balance, fell down. Dumped back out in front. Mattice has that one, picks it up. Jessamyn tries to get it off him. Takes once again a little bit of a bump off him, and Carews has it. Shot it out and down the ice. Icing's waved off. Deep inside. Meek goes after it, picks it up. Beautiful passing play out in front of their own goal.